Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Griha. In Assam today, a political rivalry has morphed into a national security spectacle. On one side is Himanta Biswa Sarma, the BJP's most aggressive campaigner in the northeast, and on the other is Gaurav Gogoi, a Congress MP and heir to a powerful political legacy. The BJP alleges a chilling story that Gogoi's wife, a foreign national and climate policy professional, had links to Pakistan through her past work, that these ties were suspicious, possibly illegal, and part of a broader global nexus undermining India's sovereignty. A state-appointed SIT has been cited. The matter has now been forwarded to the Home Ministry. The language is grave: espionage, intelligence leaks, foreign influence. But here is where democracy demands caution. What is verified is limited. Her employment with a Pakistan-based climate NGO over a decade ago, Gogoi's admission of one visit to Pakistan in 2013, and the fact that an SIT report exists. What is not verified publicly, independently, or judicially are claims of ISI links, secret bank accounts, intelligence sharing, or violation of Indian law. No central agency has confirmed them. No court has examined them. No charges have been filed. Gogoi, meanwhile, calls this political theatre a distraction timed suspiciously close to elections and counters with allegations of his own against the Chief Minister of Assam. This is the real danger. When intelligence claims are aired through press conferences rather than institutions, when suspicion replaces evidence, and when nationalism becomes a campaign strategy. If the allegations are true, they demand swift, transparent, central investigation. And if they are exaggerated or false, they represent a grave misuse of state power. Until facts are independently verified, this story remains not a verdict but a warning that in Indian politics, spectacle is often louder than truth, and voters are left to separate evidence from noise. Stay tuned as we begin the explosive weekend debate tonight.
Deputy Leader of Parliament of the Congress Party visit Pakistan for 10 days and कोई explanation नहीं है, और वो विजिट को मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंटीरियर पाकिस्तान फैसिलिटेट करता है. आपका वाइफ पहले पाकिस्तान काम करते हैं, बाद में वो भारत आते हैं, लेकिन तनख्वाह फिर भी पाकिस्तान से ही आते हैं. आपका वाइफ आईबी का डॉक्यूमेंट से लेकर और कोई सारा डॉक्यूमेंट्स को पाकिस्तान तक पासन कर देते हैं.
আজি মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰীয়ে যথেষ্ট চেষ্টা কৰিলে যে নিজৰ ফ্লপ সিনেমাটো কেনেদৰে এটা মানুহৰ মাজত লৈ যাব পাৰে.
Let me open this up. Sanju Verma of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Pooja Tripathi of the Congress Party, and also joining me, Akashdeep Muni is a political analyst. Let me begin with the Congress first, since there are grave allegations that have been levelled at a Congress MP. So, Pooja, serious charges, foreign bank accounts, influence from Pakistan, money coming in from Pakistan illegally, espionage charges, all of them have been levelled against Gaurav Gogoi's wife and also in turn Gaurav Gogoi over that 2013 visit that he's also asserted to be true to Pakistan. Your response?
Yeah, let's see the timing of these allegations. Assam elections are just around the corner, and after this infiltrator bogey that was raised in Jharkhand, Delhi, Bihar, Assam, West Bengal, and Himanta Biswa Sarma has been alleging since last 1 year, and he said that I'll bring out explosive allegations on September 10, I believe, but it's already January. So it's just timing of the elections and nothing else. This whole press conference, the 2.5-hour press conference, was full of lies, was full of mudslinging, and it's just a way to cover up the absolute disgusting, absolute communal dog whistling that went out from the Bharatiya Janata Party Assam handle, which they had to delete. I think the bigger question here is, he's free to peddle any lie, and the ball is in MHA court. And if so much more Spanish was going on through Gaurav Gogoi's wife, so much conspiracy was going on with Pakistan, what was MHA doing since last 11 years? You need a Himanta Biswa Sarma led SIT to probe it and then forward it to Ministry of Home Affairs while Gaurav
Okay,
Gogoi
fair
is a
point, fair point. So you are saying that these are mere
Yeah.
assertions that are coming on part of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Himanta Biswa Sarma.
Just
So
one part, one more line.
do we have reasons to believe that if Gaurav Gogoi is holding that press conference tomorrow, he will support every claim that he makes with documentary evidence?
Exactly. He will come out with his own version. He's holding
Okay.
a press conference tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's wait for
All right.
the days.
Subrashra also has joined us now. But Sanju Verma, your response to these claims that this is being done very, very worryingly close to elections in the state, mere assertions, no documentary evidence, everything is just hearsay.
Let's get one thing very clear. The Assam SIT has come out with documented evidence. It is not rumor mongering or hearsay.
Okay.
And I just want to tell your audience a couple of things by way of these pertinent questions that are self-explanatory. Point number one, to Gaurav Gogoi and the Darbari Congress ecosystem. Why did Gaurav Gogoi's wife Elizabeth Colburn visit Pakistan from 18th March 2011 to March 17th, 2012? Point number two, was Elizabeth Colburn's salary?
Wasn't she working there? She was there as part of Lead
Can
Pakistan.
You asked me a question. Am I supposed to respond or will you be interjecting me?
No, I'm interjecting you where the claim looks a little vague. You are just saying, why did she visit? I am just putting facts before our viewers that she was working there in Pakistan. Go on, make your point. But this is a claim. I have just verified it that this is the reason why there was an employment that was associated with Mrs. Gogoi and that's why she was in Pakistan. Allegedly, you can also say that. But go ahead, make your point, Sanju.
Griha Atul, you asked me a question. Please do not interject. After I'm done, you can make all the points and rejoinders.
Sanju, you cannot be taking the entire time, but just go ahead, make your point. The claims, I have just asked you a question on the claims that the Congress now is making over the allegations by Mr. Sarma. Go ahead.
Griha Atul, stop interjecting me. Thank you. Now let me finish what I was saying. Was Elizabeth Colburn a handler for Ali Taqir Sheikh? The answer is yes. Who is Ali Taqir Sheikh? He's an advisor to the Pakistani Planning Commission and he's also closely associated with the Pakistani Interior Ministry, which is a long arm of the Pakistan ISI, as in Pakistan Deep State. Did Elizabeth Colburn get salary from Pakistan? Yes. Was she trained in Pakistan? Yes. Did she violate FCRA norms while receiving funding from Pakistan? Yes. More importantly, did Gaurav Gogoi visit the Pakistan embassy and did he go to Lahore multiple times in 2013 but for no official work? Yes. The other very interesting thing is it true that Gaurav Gogoi hid the fact that not only is his wife a British citizen, but his son, Master Kabir Gogoi, surrendered his Indian citizenship and took on a British passport in 2022. If this is meaningless, why hide this important information in an election affidavit? Also, most importantly, is it true that Gaurav Gogoi's wife, Elizabeth Colburn, handed over important IB documents pertaining to India
Okay,
to the
allow me to
Pakistan
come in here,
Planning
Sanju.
Commission?
Sanju, we have heard a press conference that went over beyond 2 hours by the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. He's pretty much listed all of these points. All these points are with me on this piece of paper. So we have the facts from that press conference. We are also putting out graphics element so that we know what the Assam Chief Minister has asserted. I want to understand from you, and this is my pointed question, these documents, and let's talk about FCRA violation, this illegal foreign funding that you're talking about, which is also primarily one of the main charge that's coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Can you really specify the specific documents there with the SIT that are being now cited by Himanta Biswa Sarma that claims so?
Let's get one thing very clear. Do I believe the Assam SIT? Yes. Do I believe Himanta Biswa Sarma, the sitting Chief Minister of Assam? Yes. Do I believe Gaurav Gogoi? No. Why do I not believe Gaurav Gogoi? Because Gaurav Gogoi is a habitual offender and Assam's Chief Minister has made these allegations not because election is round the bend, These allegations were made even 18 months back, apart from filibustering, apart from, doing an exercise in whataboutery. Gaurav Gogoi has not come clean on any of these so-called allegations. The ball is in Gaurav Gogoi's court. He has to come clean. Why hide the fact that your wife is a Pakistani employee? Why hide the fact she is a British national?
Okay.
Why hide the fact she's been repeatedly violating FCRA norms?
Pooja,
Why hide the
quick response that I have got
she
to go
was
to Akashdeep and
handing over
Subrashra.
Indian IB
All right.
documents to Pakistan?
Pooja, the fact that there's one more claim and this question keeps doing the rounds, why has the family not yet publicly clarified on the citizenship, the financial details that Sanju was just talking about? Why has these clarifications not come about, considering this has been in the discourse for so long, since 2025?
On April 26, Gaurav Gogoi took over as president of APCC. On 28, he took a press conference where he announced that his wife is not an Indian citizenship and so are his minor children. And he has not hid the fact he had taken a press conference publicly. And when Sanju Verma calls, Miss Elizabeth a handler of Pakistan, I want her to give a proof. We have listened to this 2.5 years of hours of jabbing of Himanta Biswa Sarma and this and that, and all wild allegations, all false allegations and everything. And she has just come and she has just repeated it. Is, by the law of Indian government, is taking salary from Pakistan illegal? Is working with a Pakistan development firm illegal? If it is so, let me tell you. Is there is a mandate of wife of MPs to take up Indian citizenship as soon as they marry somebody in public life? Is there a Indian law that says that? No. So when you throw away big words like handler, she was sending away sensitive documents, I think please take a step back and, understand the gravity of the words that you are putting into action.
She is a handler.
Okay. All right. Sanju, I'll let you come in and counter that claim that is being made by Pooja. But let me bring in Subrashra. Subrashra, the key claim that's coming in from Bharatiya Janata Party, that funds flowed to Elizabeth's account from Lead Pakistan to Lead India, where she was employed at. It came in illegally into her bank account, a bank account that is still functional, from Pakistan. On the one hand, these assertions are being made. An SIT report has been cited. There is apparently a documented proof. But so far, the matter is with the MHA. On the one hand, we keep accusing Pakistan of being cash-strapped, not having enough funds. On the other hand, we are talking about this FCRA violation and a complete misappropriation of fund. Where does the balance really lie in this allegation? Because certain things are not really adding up. How do you respond to this, Subrashra?
Thank you, Griha. Thank you for having me on your show. I think we need to understand one thing very clearly. This conversation cannot be had in a rational, democratic way if we do not acknowledge that there is a question of legality and then there's a question of public perception and propriety. In a border-sensitive state like Assam, which is shaped by decades of insurgency, migration anxieties, historically fraught relationship with erstwhile Pakistan, now Bangladesh, perception itself becomes a political fact. Now, in the Indian cultural context, please don't give me, anybody should not give me this explanation that members of parliament are treated as purely private individuals. We are not the United States of America. And anybody who has worked in Assam or knows the region knows this for a fact, what Upper Assam's demography represents, the place where Gaurav Gogoi and his entire political family comes from. So, this is immediate families cannot be divested and detached from public responsibility. Political offices carry an extended moral and symbolic burden. Now, within this context, while there may be no proven illegality, the association of an MP's wife with international organizations that intersect with actors from hostile adversarial states, I think raises legitimate questions of propriety and judgment. And I don't think this can be framed in the name of feminism or etc., because the expectation, especially in sensitive regions, is not merely about legal compliance, but about ethical overcaution and transparent distance. I don't think Gaurav Gogoi and family has maintained that. And I think, let's be fair to the Bharatiya Janata Party. They've come to power in that region after a really long time. And I don't think they should really, shy away from making it a political issue.
Okay. Akashdeep Muni, while the Congress claims that this is being done because there are elections in the state, they are looking at years, decades of anti-incumbency. This is what the data really suggests. They are very well placed. We're talking about the BJP when it is about a majority in the state of Assam. We are talking about other welfare schemes, and I can name a lot of them. Anurodhay 3.0, Lakpati Baideo, also Mukhyamantri Mahila Abhiyan. There is also this Ma Kamakhya corridor. All of that has been done for the state of Assam. Do you really think this anti-incumbency narrative that's coming in from the Congress party, over which these claims have been made by the current Assam Chief Minister, really hold?
See, Grihaji, the claim of the person called Himanta Biswa Sarma says that he is under pressure, under anti-incumbency. Just imagine the Assam CM said that Gogoi's wife, Elizabeth, shared a 45-page confidential report in 2014 to Pakistan. Why then she wasn't arrested since then? The government in power was BJP. Is Himanta Biswa Sarma raising questions on NIA and Indian security agencies? I'm sure he isn't. Then why she has not been arrested if she is a Pakistani spy, as the BJP spokesperson is saying? Till now, no publicly released SIT report with verified evidence has been presented to the public or to the courts. If the BJP has it, they should show it to the country. And remember, this is the same Himanta Biswa Sarma who has been caught saying lies. Remember the cutoff year controversy in the Assam Accord. He was proved that he was wrong. It is still 1971. Remember the AIDF raising the slogans Pakistan Zindabad while welcoming a political leader at Silchar airport. He said this and he was again proved wrong. He lies. And today the Assam people want to know that Sarma's family's acquisition of 4,000 acres of land in Assam, how did they do so? And this is the main issue in Assam regarding the political issue. And remember this.
Corruption when it is about land, also flood mismanagement are the main claims that the Congress party has been making against Himanta Biswa Sarma and the BJP government in the state, the NDA government in the state. Sanju, but this claim that Akashdeep Muni was just mentioning about, how did it go unnoticed for 12 to 13 long years? After all, from 2014 onwards, it is a BJP government at the center. And if Himanta Biswa Sarma is coming out with these claims, and these are huge, we are talking about pre-Pahalgam times, we are talking about Pakistan after all. It is a hostile nation when it is when India is concerned. How did no action come into fore, and how did it take more than a decade?
Let's get one thing very clear. We are not a banana republic. Justice delayed is justice denied. Justice hurried is justice buried. That is the reason you first had the Assam SIT conduct a probe. Now the matter is in the ball of the MHA. The NIA will also swing into action. My pointed rebuttal is this. Rather than asking questions of the perpetrator or the accused, which is Gaurav Gogoi and his spouse Elizabeth Colburn, I'm appalled at the audacity of the other side. It says, oh my God, Himanta Biswa Sarma has nothing to show by way of track record. Assam elections pass आ रहे हैं, इसीलिए ये narrative, peddle किया जा रहा है by the BJP. No, the fact of the matter is that if you honestly go through the entire surmises and counter-ejections by Gaurav Gogoi, he has not denied. Has he said that his wife was not a handler or was not a recruit of Taqir Ali Sheikh? No. Has he not, been completely quiet to the question that his wife continues to have a Pakistan account?
Has he not been completely quiet to the fact that she's violated he holds that press conference? Do you expect a response tomorrow? Because he has announced that he's going to be holding a press conference tomorrow. And I also want to, while you answer that, I also want to understand that since this election charge is being made by the Congress party against the Bharatiya Janata Party, right before elections, these evidences, so to speak, are being made public. Why not allow a legal institution, legal channel to go ahead and place these evidences before the public? Why make it public beforehand, before any verified proof?
Griha, that's a nice question, and I will just say this. To the people who are ignorant about how SITs work, and SIT 99.9% of the time is headed by either a retired judge of a relevant high court or a retired judge of the Supreme Court. So let us not cast aspersions on the bona fides of the Assam SIT's investigation. But yes, I want to just say one thing. यदि दूध में या दाल में कुछ काला नहीं है, my simple point is, what was the need for Gaurav Gogoi to hide all these spurious details in his election affidavit? Why not come clean on your spouse's funding sources? Why not come clean on your spouse's employment history? Why not come clean on the fact that she was also working for George Soros at one point in time? Why not accept the fact that Gaurav Gogoi himself visited the Pakistan embassy 12 times? And is it a coincidence, Griha, that when, Tawqir Ali was visiting India, Elizabeth Colburn and Tawqir Ali was staying at the same hotel? If it is a coincidence, it's a very big one at that. But Gaurav Gogoi is the person in the dock. He needs to be answering questions.
Pooja, your response. Coincidences rarely happen when it is about a political sphere as big as India and Pakistan. How do you respond to these very, very pointed charges that are coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party? And also this disclosure that should have come when Gaurav Gogoi became a member of parliament. Why did that not happen on part of Mr. Gogoi? Whether it is about his wife's nationality or about his her past employment, that too in Pakistan.
I have said that earlier too. Gaurav Gogoi came clean on wife's nationality, his son's nationalities, his wife's employment history came clean on 28th April 2025. And when you come to give this point-to-point rebuttal, let's wait for Gaurav's
But so far, nothing about Tawqir Ali, because this is a very serious claim that BJP is making, that he is associated with the ISI.
Before calling them, she was staying in the same hotel and all those Manohar Kahaniya. Let's wait for Gaurav Gogoi's press conference tomorrow. He'll give you point-to-point rebuttal.
So why do you think this extremely longish press conference came in from Mr. Sarma today?
Exactly. You are repeating the same point-to-point conspiracy theory that was provoked by Himanta Biswa Sarma in press conference today. Let's wait for Gaurav's press conference. He'll give you point-to-point rebuttal and he'll expose every lie, everything. Before going on to the conclusion that she was a handler, she was giving sensitive information. I think it's too
Subrashtra. So much is being said about Mr. Sarma doing this longish press conference. He's just stuck on these allegations that has Mr. Gogoi and his wife associated. Why do you think that is? There are claims that are coming in from the Congress party and the other members of the opposition of this video that is now deleted from the Assam BJP handle, which speaks about Himanta Biswa Sarma and his point-blank shot. Do you think that is what has put him on the back foot? That is what is leading up to this press conference? At least that is what the charge is coming in.
Griha, I have worked on only elections for the past 12 years now. I've handled 15 elections and I've succeeded in all of them. Let me tell you, politics does not wait. Politics is not merely a postscript to law. We need to really understand this before we make these cute claims about giving point-to-point rebuttals. Politics is a parallel prior arena in which public trust is negotiated every day. And democratic accountability does not operate, fortunately or unfortunately, through courts and investigations alone. They are a matter of judgment, perception, and collective memory. I will reiterate, and I know any Assamese who is watching this show will understand that in regions like Upper Assam, where mass mobilization has historically emerged from anxieties around identity.
Absolutely. So we have to agree that this will be a very, very polarized election. I'm really sorry, we'll have to let it be at that. Subrashtra, thank you so much for making that point. It is a polarized election. We have to wait for that press conference that is going to happen by Mr. Gaurav Gogoi, whether or not he bases it on evidence or it is only going to be categorical denials is something that we'd have to wait and watch out for. I'd like to thank all my panelists for joining me tonight. Thank you so much for watching.